Nick, can you hear me, brother? Just want to make sure that our speakers are working loud and clear.
You're good. I think Ali is raising his hand, but I don't know if we should co-host him.
I will. I'm gonna let him right now. Can give me 1 second. I just wanted to
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect. Just want to make sure.
How about me?
And,
You can hear me loud and clear?
Yep, it's perfect. And Carlos is on my. All right, awesome. All right, guys. So it's 12 o'clock over here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm super excited. Today we're going to be doing something super amazing. You know, kind of going over what we did the other day, but we're going to kind of go over a little more rigorously. And we're going to have a few speakers today. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Malik Mahmoud. I'm one of the executives here over at Eaconomy. So one thing I always like to say is get your teams on this call, because this is what's ultimately going to help you build your business. We're in a 30-day blitz right now, guys. When you're building this, you know, we want to have that momentum. We want to be consistent with these calls. So as we're coming in, guys, let me know where we're coming in from, because I'm super excited. We're going to be starting in about 4 minutes. Let our friends, our family, you know, our team, our leaders know that, hey, the call is underway. We're about to open up. There's going to be some amazing speakers. One thing I always say is get rid of all of your distractions. Get a notepad, and you really want to take some notes, because what we're about to do, what we're about to go over is going to be massive. And I'm just going to play some light music as we're letting people come in. And as you're coming in, again, let me know where you're coming in from in the chat. And we're going to start in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes, guys. So just going to give you guys that heads up.
Person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except
we have Dallas in the house, North Carolina, Miami, all the way from Chicago. Let's go. Atlanta in the house, Nigeria, South Africa. All right, Trinidad. See, we can tell you guys, our community is global. Our company is truly global, and they're still growing. Check it out. St. Louis, South Carolina. All right. Shout out to South Carolina, guys. Germany. All right. I'm going to go ahead and send out a message letting our team know, hey, the call is live and we're underway.
A good servant but a bad master. And all so-called civilized peoples have increasingly become crazy and self-destructive, because through excessive thinking they have lost touch with reality. That's to say, we confuse science with the real world. This is the beginning of meditation. Most of us would have rather money than tangible wealth, and a great occasion is somehow spoiled for us unless photographed. And to read about it the next day in the newspaper is oddly more fun for us than the original event. This is a disaster, for as a result of confusing the real world of nature with mere science, we are destroying nature. We are so tied up in our minds that we've lost our senses.
Well, we're underway, guys. It's 12:05. I always like to start on time. I like to be courteous of everyone's time. Like I said, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Malik Mahmoud. I'm one of the executives here over at Eaconomy. And what we're doing here, guys, with this training is going to be super powerful for you guys. So if anyone here is a customer, you're more than welcome to tune in, but this is mainly for our affiliates, mainly for our team to build the business. For any of you guys that are learning here, wanting here to grow, you want to hear from some of the top leaders in the industry, some of the top leaders in our company, right? These guys are crushing it day in, day out. They're in the trenches. They're shoulder to shoulder with one another, and we're all building together every day. And I'm super honored, like I said, just to be able to come and speak on here and be your MC today. So the first gentleman that I'm going to go ahead and bring up is a gentleman that I've had the pleasure of knowing now for the last 3 years. He is a true servant leader. The gentleman has been in this industry, I believe, for 15 plus years. My numbers could be off, but I know he's been up there. He's been doing this for a very long time. He is one of the guys right now that is just, leading day in and day out, and he's crushing it with everything he does. He's been killing it with Miss Lazan with the African team. Without further ado, Mr. Carlos Wiley, are you there?
I am here, Mr. Mahmoud. Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you loud and clear, brother.
All
Take it
right,
away.
so
Floor is yours.
I don't think I can unmute my camera or open my camera. Oh, say, okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining this wonderful.
Carlos, I apologize to cut you off. Go ahead and try it now. It should let you now do it. There you go. Perfect.
All right, amazing. All right, guys. So once again, thank you for joining with us today. You know, this call is for each and every one of you that are starting to grow your business. Things are starting to happen positively in your business. And now you want to know how to scale it up, how to take it to the next level. And I have had, over the course and tenure of my network marketing and sales career, I've always had great mentors. I've always had people that have given me great things to put into my repertoire and be able to sharpen my knife with, to make sure that I'm doing the right things, you know, and make sure that I'm on the right track when building the business, you know. So the first thing that I want to talk about, guys, is mindset. Okay, and within mindset, you want to make sure that your mind is absolutely on point for making great decisions, putting yourself in great decisions, putting yourself in the great business. And, you know, with that being said, guys, my wife and I, we've been successful in this industry because of great mindset and great mentorship. You see, when you're in the business of building and being a leader in this industry, you want to make sure, number one, that you have your mindset correct. And what is it that you want to do in this business? Okay. And first of all, you want to determine your why. What are you doing this for? Do you have maybe a new house that you want to build? Maybe you want to put your kids through college. You may want to open up a business, whatever it is that you're wanting to do, or you may just want to build the business that you're in. Okay. And whatever it is, you want to make sure that you determine your why, because I've always been told, ladies and gentlemen, that your why will make you cry. So with that being said, you start to make great decisions. When you determine your why, you then start making great decisions, because these decisions, ladies and gentlemen, will ultimately determine the path or the road that you're going to take. You know, the road can be very smooth and have maybe a few crumples, a few speed bumps in it, but determining the road that you take will determine your success, or the path that you take, and how fast you're going to take that path, or how slow that path will be for you. You know, so it's all in the learning curve, guys. When you have great mentorship, great mentors in your life, your learning curve will be simplified. And I said it first, it will be simplified, because if you're following the steps from everyone that has already been through the challenges, that have already been through the roads, they've already been through what it takes to become a leader. You know, I've seen people in this industry, guys, earn hundreds of thousands of dollars. I've even seen now people earn millions of dollars per month, even per week. Okay. And it's because of the learning curve that they've been through, leaning on the leadership that they have in front of them. And I'll tell you right now, firsthand, that we have great leadership within this platform here. I had an opportunity to sit with Mr. Malik Mahmoud, also with Mr. Julian Doan, as well as Mr. Thomas and Ali. You know, these guys really have done things in the industry that you want to follow, you want to model, you want to make sure that you, even though it doesn't matter how long you've been in the business, you want to open up your sponge and soak up all the knowledge that you're going to be getting from these individuals. Because if you don't, it could be an emotional roller coaster for you guys. Because within this business of network marketing, you're going to have some ups and downs, okay? And with that being said, you want to be prepared for those ups and downs. And you want to make sure, number one, that if you have a mentor or even your upline, you want to be speaking with them each and every day. Okay, this is very, very important. And I'll say this, guys, because you want to make sure that you're in alignment for the success. And within the leadership of your mentor or your upline, if you have a relationship with them, then your curve may be even, you're going to have some bumps, but your curve on the way up will be extremely exciting, because you're going to be on the emotional roller coaster, whether you like it or not. Okay, but bearing through it and understanding that this is what we do for a living. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, if it was easy, if it was something that we considered easy, everyone would be doing it. We'd all be at $100,000 a month now. We'd all be earning millions of dollars. But there is a level of humps that you have to go through. And with that being said, this is one of the reasons why you need to be connected with your upline or your proper mentorship. Okay, so develop the right mental attitude. When things go bad, once again, you got to get back to your leadership, because if you don't have proper mentorship, if you don't have proper leadership, then you will crumble. You will crumble in this opportunity, because what happens is when you crumble, your organization sees it. They're following you. And if they see you crumble, if they see you on the path of, maybe this might not be the best opportunity, this may not have been the best decision, then they will crumble as well, and your organization will fail. Okay, and as a leader, you want to make sure that you have great posture. You want to have, even when the fire is burning and you have to walk through it, you're going to have challenges where people are joining your business and they're leaving as fast as they're joining. You have to have posture, because, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand, building this business requires you to be able to spot out the leaders that are going to be in your leadership column. Okay, I have always been told to look for leadership in building this business. Everyone is not has not been qualified to join your business. Okay, I never just put people in my business because they said yes. I put people in my business because they had a why. They determined that they wanted to be a leader. They wanted to be something different than they've been in other companies. This is where your business starts to grow, because now you're not just a leader. You have leadership within your business. And this is what takes your level to the next level, guys. So, you got to have some will, some won't. All right. Some will, some won't, some wait. So what next? Okay. And you have to have that in your business. So have a long-term thinking. I've always had long-term thinking when getting into a business, because when I start a business, I always write my goals. I write them down and make them funny. I put them all over the house. As a matter of fact, my wife, she gets on me about some of the places that I'm putting my goals. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to see them every day. I want to be able to see my goals here versus with my physical eyes. Because when they're here, the goals are in your mind, in your mind's eye, ladies and gentlemen. They never go away. They never go away. Even when you're out, you can always pull out your goals. When you have days where things are not going the right way, you can always go to, and I'll tell you guys, I have my pad here, and you should have it as well. You should have your pad where you have all your goals, okay? This here is called my $1 billion ideas. And I've had this for quite a while. I write in it every day, and you should have something that you can write your goals in, and you can always go to and always refer to when things are not going well. So you can remember why you started this business, why you got involved, okay? And even if you have 10, 15 people under you, you still have a why, because those people joined you. Those people joined you, ladies and gentlemen, so they can get to the next level. They joined your leadership, okay? They didn't join Mr. Malik Mahmoud's leadership. They didn't join Nicholas's leadership. They joined your leadership, okay? And with that being said, if you're going to be a leader, these are the things that you're going to have to endure as a leader, as a mentor, as a coach. You're going to have to go through these things, okay? And with that long-term thinking, guys, it has to stretch wider than what you've ever done before. I want you guys to make sure that you understand what I'm about to say. Your goals, your dreams have to be high, okay? They have to be astronomical. A person will say, you know what, Carlos, you'll never reach that. You'll never reach that. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that if you can dream it, you can be it. I've seen mentors that have started at the bottom of the level. I've even seen mentors that I know now, they pulled up in a 1985 Toyota, okay, where the ceiling was leaking. So it was raining that day and they had to hold the ceiling just to stay dry. And now being able to look at over $1 million, $2 million a week in income. Why? Because they never quit. They never had the quit attitude. Everything was always, how are we going to get to the next day? Okay. How are we going to build to the next day? How are we going to build to the next month? I'm already looking right now, ladies and gentlemen, at 10 plus years with Eaconomy. I see 10 years plus with this company, Eaconomy. And I speak to my mentor, Mr. Hassan Mahmoud, almost every day. Either through text or by phone. We're talking about these goals. We're talking about what we're going to be doing at that time. We're already talking about other products. As great as the products that we have right now, guys, there is something else that's going to be coming down the pipeline. And this is what you need to be fueling your team with. The fact that we're going to be on a 10-year run, okay? Over 1 million customers in this business. I want to be a part of that. I want to help my people be a part of that. So guys, never quit. Never think about quitting. I don't think I even know how to spell quit, all right? Because I'm here for the long haul. I'm here to make sure that we squeeze all the juice out of this wonderful company, Eaconomy. We want to make sure that we have the longest run. We want the Amway run. We want the long-term run. And with that being said, guys, we have to make sure that we, as leaders, stand tall and become a part of something that we've never been a part of before. We can create something, ladies and gentlemen, that has never been done in the network marketing space. Okay, now there's hundreds of companies out there. Right now, it's 10 new Forex companies coming out every single month, okay? And you have to make sure that you and your team don't fall for the shiny, dingling thing that's out there, okay? You have to make sure that you stick with your team. And the only way you're going to do that is have a relationship with your team, okay? A lot of people don't have a relationship with their team, and now their team is falling off. Guys, have leadership with your team. Talk to your team. I was always told that when you have a great mentorship with your team, if a leader or someone falls off, they see the shiny, dangling thing and they go to the next opportunity, wish them well. Wish them well. Because this industry is about that small. And the relationships that you build may come back. And you want to make sure that those relationships are intact, okay? So when that happens, if you have a relationship with your team, that is when you can reach down and say, hey, I got you. I'm going to be your mentor until your mentor either comes back or we just develop a relationship where we make you the mentor, okay? Reach down into your team and work with the willing. I've always told my wife, and we've always used this, that when you work with your team, we can run as fast as we want to, guys. We can run as fast as you can. But if you stop, I stop. You start up again, I'll start up again, okay? We want to work with people that are willing to go through the bumps and the bruises and be able to withstand all of the challenges that we've all had, okay? We've all had the same challenges, but what do? We've never quit, all right? So that's my leadership and mentorship on what we want to talk about today. Now I want to talk about promoting events. This is extremely huge when promoting events. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you right now, each and every one of you, if we promote an event, you need to show up for every event that you qualify for.
Carlos?
Yes, sir.
I apologize. I don't mean to cut you off. We're just going to go down the order. So now you just hand it back over to Mr. Nicholas.
Absolutely. So we'll get back to that. We'll open that conversation up in a little while here.
Thank you.
Back to you, Mr. Malik.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys actually sat down and took some notes, and I've always had the pleasure of being able to know Mr. Carlos Wiley, but I got some really cool notes down. And one of the things that kind of touched home for me was just, have leadership with your team, right? I think that's super powerful. But, let's give Mr. Carlos Wiley, maybe let's light up that chat box. Let's put some fire emojis in there, whatever you want to show your gratitude and your appreciation to this gentleman, because he always does such a phenomenal job, not just with his community, but he's always willing to work with the rest of the company. So congrats, brother. We're going to bring you back on in a bit, but I'm going to hand it over to my good friend, our business partner, Mr. Nicholas Lal. This gentleman has been absolutely crushing it with the Nepalese team. He's been absolutely killing it in the industry in the last 2 years. So without further ado, Mr. Nicholas Lal, take it away, brother.
Thank you, Malik. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. I love that.
I appreciate it. Again, everybody give some love for Carlos Wiley. Absolutely amazing. Get that man a podcast. I could literally listen to Carlos all day. This is a man that could actually romance the Forex markets. So, I just love hearing him. He is amazing at what he does. He's one of our great leaders. So again, Carlos, thank you for that. So the topic I wanted to talk about, and for those of you that don't know me, my name is Nicholas Lal. I am from Dallas, Texas. And I've been with this great company, Eaconomy, since the start. It has been an absolute blessing to work with Malik and his brothers and the rest of the corporate team. Absolutely amazing staff. These are people that actually really, really care about you. I've been in many other companies and people, they'll talk the talk, but they won't walk the walk. These guys actually do what they say that they're going to do. Whenever we have an idea, whenever we have an issue, they jump right on it. So I'm very blessed to be a part of this company. Now, what my topic was to talk about today, well, one of my topics is to be a product of the product. And when I was given this assignment last night, I didn't think too much about it. But something happened this morning. I woke up and I saw a notification on my phone, and it said that Bob Proctor had passed away. And Bob Proctor is where I learned how to become a product of the product. So I thought that, sometimes things happen in your life that are just so ironic, right? It's like, how could this happen on the day that I have to speak about this? But people drop some love, drop some hearts for Bob Proctor. A lot of us wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people like him that have paved the way for us in this direct marketing business, MLM, whatever you want to call it. He is one of the pioneers. Absolutely amazing gentleman. Big loss for our community. But the thing is, he left a legacy. And that's what I want to talk to you about, is just to leave that legacy, right? All the things that he's done, even though he's gone, all of those things will remain. We'll talk about this man until the day we are gone, and we will pass down his knowledge to the next generation. Now, one of the things that he talked about is becoming a product of the product. So how do you become a product of the product within Eaconomy? Okay, well, let's talk about our products. Okay, we have live sessions. We have trade signals. For those of us that are overseas, you have the Aithena robot that does automated trading for you. You have stocks. You have so many different options here. You have cryptocurrency. If you've ever been on Paul Avicoli's sessions, absolutely amazing. One of the best teachers I have ever seen. And the thing I love about Paul, his analogies, the way he can take things. Crypto is not easy. Let me tell you, crypto is not easy, but the way he teaches it, it just makes sense, because what he does is he takes real world examples and he teaches you. So if anybody here hasn't been on one of Paul's sessions, definitely get on it. Get on the live sessions. One thing that I love about our educators, it doesn't matter if it's the Arabic team educators, doesn't matter if the Spanish team educators, if they know that there's English people on their call, they will teach in both languages. And that's an absolute blessing. So I've been on John Leal's sessions for the London session at night. And when he sees that I'm on there and he sees that there's some American people, he makes sure he's teaching in both languages, and he does such a phenomenal job. So, when people come to me and they have problems in the company, I ask them, what have you been on a live session? Have you taken any signals? And, my thing is, we are all in this business for ourselves. We are all independent business owners. I am not your employer. Okay, you are not my employee. You're responsible for your own success. But I will call people out if I see that they're not, following through. Now, if I say that, hey, were you on the live session last night? And they say, yeah. And I say, no, you weren't. Why? Because I was on the live session. And when I'm on the live session, I take a look at the names of the people on the list. I'll even take screenshots with my phone, because I just want, because my thing is, I know that the system works. I know that the company works. I definitely know that the industry works. Forex has made more millionaires than anything I've seen lately. Forex is a new real estate. People used to say, oh, real estate makes more millionaires than any industry. That used to be the case. But now, especially in this new pandemic era where people are working from home, people are making money from home, we have all the internet, the social media capabilities, you can make a six-figure income from your smartphone, not even from this computer, this beautiful 34-inch screen. As beautiful as this screen is, I find myself trading on my little iPhone. So this is the industry that we're in. This is the era that we're in. Everything is at your fingertips. And people can't say that they don't have the time or they don't have the functionality. My team in Nepal, my teams in Africa, they don't even have a computer. Everything that they do is on their phone. They prospect on their phone, they recruit on their phone, they do their three-ways, their Zooms, their trading, everything they do. They'll even pull up Manara on their phone. And Manara, you kind of need a bigger screen to see the markets. It's okay. People will adapt to what they have, right? If they don't have a computer, they have nothing to compare it to. That little phone is their computer. Everything that they do is on there. Okay, so you got to jump on these live sessions. Now, it doesn't matter to me whether you're just a builder or whether you're an experienced trader. Because if it's a builder, you might think that, hey, I'm just here to recruit. I'm not really into trading. Or if you're an experienced trader, I don't need to be on the live sessions. I'm already experienced. You have to remember, this is not about you. It is about your team. It's about your students. It's about your members. The minute you make it about yourself, you've lost the credibility. So you need to be on these sessions. You don't have to be on them all the time, but you actually have to know what's going on. You have to know who the educators are, what their teaching style is, what their flow is, right? Because how can somebody on your team come to you, have a, maybe they want to talk positively about something, maybe they have a complaint about something. How can you even resonate with that if you haven't experienced it yourself? Okay, you have to be a product of the product. You have to take trade signals. And listen, one of the things I'm very big on, and my team knows this, is you start in demo mode. Okay, even if somebody just joined my team today and they said, hey, Nick, I have some trading experience, that's fine. Start in demo mode. Why? Because you don't know these signals, you don't know these educators. And the thing is, the market is open every day, okay? Monday through Friday. And if you do cryptocurrency, the market's open 7 days a week. There's always opportunities to make money. But what you cannot recover is when you take a bad trade or when you rush, or like what Carlos said, when you don't have the right mindset. Mindset is so important, okay? I was just talking to my friend Crystal yesterday. Me and Ali were talking to her. And she said that, listen, if you are not in the right mindset, get away from the computer, get away from the keyboards, get away from the markets. You have to be in the right mindset. You have to bring positive energy. That has to be beaming from you, because this market can change your life, okay? You have to take it very, very seriously, because I have seen people that have started with absolutely nothing and been able to take care of their families. I've seen people from third world countries. I've seen single mothers that have worked 2 jobs and they got introduced to this industry and absolutely changed their life. So just understand the power of what you have in your hand. There's no rush. Stay in demo mode until you know what you're doing, okay? When your demo mode account is positive every week for several weeks and you're like, okay, I have a reason to go live now because I have put in the work. Just think about this. If you wanted to be a doctor, do you think that they're going to give you the scalpel first day in medical school? Of course not. They're not going to let you cut anything for a while. So why do you want to cut open the markets when you don't know what is inside? Okay, you have to learn what is inside the markets before you can cut it open and make some money with it. All right. So I want you guys to also start, sharing your results. I'm going to go into another topic in a little bit about our results group, but whether you are taking our stock signals, our crypto signals, our Forex signals, you're joining the live sessions, you're using Manara, whatever it is, post it in the group, okay? It's very, very important that you do that because activity breeds momentum, okay? When people see activity in the group, there's gonna create momentum, right? But if there's no activity in the results group, and you're getting results, you're actually doing not only yourself a disservice, you're doing your team a disservice, your uplines, your downlines, it doesn't matter. The thing is, you're sitting there with the results. It takes 2 minutes to post it on Facebook. And think about it, it's good because not only are you inspiring other people, it's good to get loved on as well. You know, we love loving on people that are getting results. So now with that said, I want to move into my second topic because it is an extension of the first topic, which is sharing the opportunity. Now, my business partner, Seren, who is in Sydney, Australia, he taught me this method. Before, he is one of the best network marketers I've ever met in my life. Okay, this is somebody that came from a rural third world country, and he was able to go to Australia. And from there, you know, one thing led to another. He got introduced to the network marketing industry, and boom, everything just kind of opened up for him. Later, he got involved in the trading industry. He brought me in and said, you know, is this something you want to do? I said, I've always wanted to learn how to trade. And one thing led to another, and we're here. So I said, well, how do you do network marketing? I said, I'm an affiliate marketer. Now, what is an affiliate marketer? I just sell products for a commission. I don't have a team or anything at that time, you know, that's the thing. So he said that, listen, what we have is an ad tag message group, ATM. That's what an ATM stands for. Now, what you want to do is whenever you have a prospect, you do a little bit of a chit chat with them, add them to the group. And what the group is the results group. The ad tag message group is the results group. So when you bring a prospect in there, they get to see what other people are doing. And I'll show you an example in just a second. So Malik, I don't know if I can share my screen, but let me give it a try. If you could just give me
permission, because you're the co-host, is it allowing you or no?
No, it's not.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'll do that in just a sec. Okay, just let me know when that's ready. But anyway, so what you want to do is you want to add somebody to the group. Then you want to tag their name into one of the posts that you want them to see. Okay. And then later you message them. So you add, you tag, and you message. And when you message them, they're like, hey, I put you in that economy results group and I tagged you in it. Did you read that post? What'd you think about it? What'd you like most about it? And when they tell you, then now you've kind of piqued their interest. Okay. Now, when you've piqued their interest, what you want to do after that is you want to get them on a call with somebody else. It doesn't have to necessarily be your upline. It could be a cross line. It could be even somebody in your downline that's getting results. The fact of the matter is that when you're on a call with somebody and you have somebody else on the call with you that can support your points, you're more likely to get the conversion. Okay. So you do ad tag message and then you get them on a call. You pique their interest, and then you get on that three-way call. And then after that three-way call, because the three-way call, you don't want to give a full-blown presentation on a random three-way call. First of all, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage, and you don't know how much time they have. So they might not be fully focused. But what you want to do, if you haven't closed them after that three-way call, what you want to do is invite them to one of our wealth overviews, our corporate sessions, where we do the entire compensation plan, the entire product line. At that point, they've been exposed multiple times. Now, that doesn't mean you're still going to get them right then and there. That's why follow-up is important. Okay. So if you get another result in the group, you could tag them in another result. You can follow up with them however you want to do it. But sometimes it takes, 12 exposures. So this is the thing. A lot of people give up after one exposure. You cannot do that. You have to, top of mind, right? If it's always at the top of their mind, eventually they're going to come back to it. And being an email marketer, I always get their email address because listen, when you talk to 20, 30 people every day, it's hard to follow up with everybody. But if you have their email address and you could shoot out an email to everybody on your list and say, hey, here's what my team did today. Here are the results from the group. Even if you haven't talked to them in 30 days, they'll get that email and they'll come back to you on their own. Say, hey, Nick, yeah, I remember you talked to me about this 3 weeks ago. I saw your email. Somebody's getting some results. I wanted to revisit that. Can we get on a call again? That happens all the time, but it cannot happen if you don't have the right systems in place. So anyways, let me go ahead and show you the right here. Yep. Okay. I can share it now. All right. So, all right. Can everybody see my screen? You drop a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen.
Nick, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. All right, so here is the economy results group. We have a little roadmap up here. First, you join the group, then you watch the pinned post. After that, you scroll down and you look at different results and everything, and then reach out to the person that invited you, get yourself started or attend a webinar, and then join the official group. Okay, so when you come down here, like I was saying, John, who is our Spanish teacher, he called out a signal. It did really well. Look at that. It just massive results over there. So, we come over here. Go over here. Great job, John. And then we just kind of give some love. Suzit, look at this. He's learning from the Nepalese team over here. He's getting some amazing results. Give him some love. And this is what we do. So if you have somebody that's interested in this, you add them to this group, you invite them up here, and then just look for a post that you like, that you think that they would resonate with, and then just put it over here. So they're having a trading competition over here. Look at this. Everything is in blue. This is absolutely amazing. Come down here and just remember, every time you post your results, make sure you copy this and add it to your post, because for legality, you need to have this disclaimer: past profits are not necessarily indicative of future results. Okay, come over here, give some love, leave a comment, and that's it. So what we need is more people. So we have my results right here, falling in love with Aithena. I mean, that was an old one. People are still commenting on this from September. That's really funny. That's a good one. All right, so George, look at this. So literally once Aithena is active, you get the point, right? You get the point, is that it's exciting. Like even me, I go through this every day, and when I read it, I still get excited about it, because these are amazing results. Look at Demi scalping with Manara, and maybe later somebody can show Manara. But anyways, I just wanted to visualize everything that I'm talking about and everything that you can do. We don't want to overcomplicate this, okay? This business is not hard. People make it hard. And people make it hard because they want to make it hard. They want to make it hard on themselves rather than simplify. All you have to do is just follow the system. We have a system in place. We have products and tools. And the last thing I really want to say is, look where we are at in the world and in society right now, all the technology that we have at our fingertips, right? So this is pretty amazing that we can actually make a full-time income from our smartphone, okay? And a lot of people will tell you this, and I'll tell you firsthand, I made the most money I've ever made online during the pandemic. Why? Because people were at home, people were confused, people wanted an opportunity, people had time on their hands. And if you're positioned correctly, you can take advantage of these things. You can help other people. There is people that we have helped with this industry during the pandemic that did not go back to work. They don't have to. They're full-time traders now. They do enough to make money for their family. They're making money on the recruiting side. They're making money on the trading side. So what I'm saying is, compared to other business models out there, we don't have physical products. We don't sell shakes and coffee and skincare, and we don't do that. Our product is digital. Our education is digital. You could take this show on the road, okay? You start traveling, you can go on a cruise. It doesn't matter. The whole presentation, anybody that you run into, you could tell them about this business on your phone. And I know that because my team does that. So anyways, I just wanted to leave that with you. And thank you everybody for your time. I hope you learned something from this. And if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me, and I'm going to pass it back to Malik. Thank you very much.
Phenomenal job. Phenomenal job, Nicholas. Amazing job, brother. Can you go ahead and do me a favor? Just go ahead and switch back over to making me the host, and I made you the host so you can share your screen. But let's go ahead and light up that chat box, guys. Let's show it up for Nick. He talked about a handful of things, and he talked about two of my favorite subjects. One of them was, talking about being a product of the product, which if you are trying to make it in this industry, if you're trying to grow your business or share some results and really just kill it, you have to be a product of the product. You can't just, not use the products, right? And then number three, he said, share the opportunity, right? So he said, share the opportunity. He went and showed you that Facebook results group. So for those of you that are not in the Facebook results group, reach out to your leaders, have them plug you in. And if they can't get you in, reach out to myself, Nicholas, Carlos, maybe somebody from the executive board. They'll go ahead and add you in. So phenomenal job, brother. You always do such a great job when you're on these calls, because you drop so much massive value that you bring to the table. Now, my portion of this, I have two different portions, but one of them I want to talk about is, connecting with the community. This is a perfect example. This call right here, guys, connecting with the community. When you're connecting with the community, you can get on these calls and you can ask whatever questions you want in the chat regarding, obviously, about what we're going over. But when you're connecting the community, this allows you, one, to see a face, to maybe a picture that you've seen, and then you get to hear their voice. And then you also get to connect with them on a personal level when, hey, maybe I want to get some mentorship from Mr. Carlos Wiley. Hey, maybe I want to get some, mentorship from Nicholas, and see how he shares the opportunity with people. So connecting is super powerful, especially in this business. So it's not just, hey, I'm going to use these products and these tools and try to sell them to people. You really want to become a person of I always like to say, your network is your net worth, right? It's more than your net worth in my sense. Now, in that essence, you're never kind of like Mr. Carlos Wiley said, we always see people get up and leave because they see the shiny object, but don't get upset with them, keep that connection, congratulate them, be happy for them, genuinely be happy for them, because most of the time, most people are just looking for the next shiny thing. But if you stick around and you do what you're doing, it's going to allow them to come back, and you're going to always have that door open. So again, connect with your community, right? It's super powerful. Talk with them, go to those events, chat with, some of the leaders we have in the groups. I see Sam in here all the time, and he's a great example, right? I just want to give him a shout out because he's connecting not just these calls, but with the community. But if you guys saw recently, he launched. It took him 4 months before he decided to share the opportunity, because he believes powerfully in what he wants to do for his community, because he has a community of people that have just got onboarded. And he believes that in order for me to share this opportunity with my team, I have to make sure that I feel comfortable to. And that just shows what kind of leaders we have here at Eaconomy, what kind of people we're partnering with, right? People that are growing within our community. So a few other things that I always love to say, especially in the leadership space. Mr. Julian Doan does a phenomenal job every Saturday. Every Saturday, he does an Icon mentorship call. And, Julian is one of my very good friends now. I can consider him a brother in everything that we do. We go to the gym together, we break bread together. Sometimes, I end up sleeping in his house, or he sleeps at my place. And it's just, we vibe off each other. And when that happens, it's like the same thing. It all started from wanting to grow a business together, but we realize in order to go to business together, it has to become more than that. Your business eventually becomes your family, especially in the network marketing space. And, Nicholas said, more millionaires were created in this space. And that's absolutely correct. If you look at the statistics, more people in 2020 became millionaires than any other industry. More sales were put in between March all the way to June than any other year in the last 20 years, right? And it accumulated more than that past 20 years. So that's insane to me. And in a matter of a few months, there was more sales done in the network marketing space than in 20 years. So imagine how that was possible, guys. That was from people being able to connect on a business level, on a personal level. So when you're doing this, it's not just connecting with one person or another person. You're really getting to know the individual. You're getting to see what their favorite color is, which is a small example, what their cars are, what they do for a living, who their wives, who their significant others, who's their really good friends. That is the power of connecting, because you get to know the person on a stronger level, especially when you're in business. You want to network with people, but you also want to know what their values are, because if they don't align with yours, you don't want to be with those type of people. Next thing that I want to speak on is, attending events. Things like we can't do in office events because of COVID still going on. I mean, I still have the habit of going to networking events, but some people are like, hey, this is as close as it can get right now for us. So we're like, you know what? It's perfect. Showing up on these calls, getting your trainings in, because these events are ultimately what's going to allow you to elevate in status, allow you to elevate your business. So again, remember, when you're going to come to these events, you're able to connect with people. You're able to put a face to the name, or, you're probably hearing a lot about Miss Lizanne when she gets on her calls, right? And then you hear how what's her phenomenal job she's doing with the African team. So it's just phenomenal to be able to go in there and see what people are actually doing, what they're saying. And you get that one-on-one mentorship in a sense, straight from home, straight from your phone. Excuse me. And then you also want to do something that's super powerful. And I see actually a handful of our leaders doing this. And I've seen a lot of people's businesses blow up in the last, year, the last 2 years. A lot of my own personal friends are entrepreneurs. They all use social media, which is super powerful. I don't consider it social media. I consider it a networking, a space for you to network with people all the way from around the globe. If you look at our company, there's a reason why we're in, I believe, 47 different countries right now. If we weren't able to network online and build something from social media, right? Being able to really connect with people on social media. And then once you get to know them personally, on a personal level, when you're working with them, this business could not be global. So when you're connecting and you're sharing your opportunity and you're letting people know on social media what you're doing, and you're not being a billboard in a sense, you're genuinely speaking, you're shooting your videos, you're doing what you want, but you're doing what you love, especially on social media. So it's important to be genuine, be unique when you're doing that. So those of you are like, well, I don't want to share my opportunity. I don't want to do it. Well, look, guys, there's a reason why you're on this call, right? There's a reason why we have a system, one, with our marketing systems, but two, we're telling you, in order to elevate, in order to see your business grow, you need to share this opportunity on social media. If you want to see your business grow, get out of the comfort zone that you've always been in, because that's what's going to allow you to grow. You're asking us for what the sauce and what works for us, what the systems are. Believe me, this is how it is. It's what's been working. And as soon as you connect on a personal level and then you share it on social media, it makes it that much more inviting. Excuse me. And then another most important one that I've already kind of spoken on was, getting on those Icon mentorships with Julian, because ultimately, think about it like this, guys. If you get on that Icon mentorship, there might be a handful of things that Julian says that might go over your head, but there might be just that one thing that you needed to hear that Saturday at the end of your week, maybe the beginning of your week, I don't know. that is what's going to elevate your game in the business. What's going to finally give you, hey, it's time to run. It's time to build this thing. You guys remember, we're in a 30-day blitz right now. The most important thing is to be able to get on those mentorship calls, because that's what ultimately keeps us grounded. That's what ultimately keeps us disciplined and motivated, because when you're seeing familiar faces on these calls with, Mr. Julian Doan, it makes it that much more powerful, because you're seeing our community grow. You're seeing your team winning. You're seeing people win with the products, because he does this for a living. This is what he loves to do. He loves to mentor people in our company, right? And that's why I tell everyone on my team, everyone in the company, all of my friends that are in here, all the leaders, you need to be on those calls. You need to be on them. It's not debatable. It's not questionable. It's not, hey, I have something. No, whatever you have to do, let it be either after or before, but you need to be on those calls if you want to see your mindset grow. You want to elevate your personal development. If something you want to do, look, one day, let go of the audible and come on the trainings, see what he says, or do both, because those icon mentorships are what's going to actually elevate your business when you're looking for personal one-on-one mentorship. And at that some point, Julian's always open to getting on with you guys, right? Personally. So icon mentorships, super powerful. Don't pass on that. I even get on those, and I have my notebook right here. Even as a leader, I'm still taking notes, because we can always grow and learn, guys. Next thing I want to talk about is personal development, which comes right. Just finished talking about, the icon mentorship. One of the biggest things that I always love to do in the morning is I get on, and I learned this from my brother 7 years ago. I get up, and it used to be YouTube, but I opened SoundCloud. Now I already have a couple of audios saved, and they just put me in the right mindset. They say what you hear in the first 20 minutes of the day is how your day is going to go. So I usually like to listen to Mr. Les Brown, David Goggins, a few different speakers, but something that's going to get me in the zone, right? So when you're doing that, especially working on yourself, it's going to take a lot of work. They're going to start noticing things that you don't like. They're going to start noticing things that you do like, but you get to double down and work on the things that you love, right? So personal development, listen to some audios in the morning, maybe pick an author, maybe pick some type of audio. I'm not against listening to music, but for me personally, I'm just different. I used to do that, but now I realize, hey, I want to hear somebody telling me, hey, today's your best day ever. You're going to crush this. Remember why you're doing it, right? Mr. Carlos Wiley talked about, hey, what is your why, right? If your why doesn't make you cry, it's not your why in a sense, right? Your why should make you cry, because that's what's going to push you to get where you need to be. Next thing is read a book every day, guys. It doesn't have to be 20, 30 pages. These are just, small tidbits you really want to think about. Really read a book. This goes a long way. Personally, for me, just maybe 1 to 2 pages. This will be super powerful for you as an individual, right? And it could be anything. Right now, I'm currently, like I said the other day, I'm listening to David Goggins right now. But at the same time, while I'm listening to David Goggins, there's a book that I like to read. I read 1 page a day. It's called The Daily Stoic. It sets me in the zone. It lets me remember, who I am, what I want to be. So it's super powerful to do that. And then most importantly, right? We have a few different videos that are in the back office, guys, especially with Seed, with the personal development that Mr. Julian Doan does. We have those pre-recorded. So if you're, again, doing personal development on yourself, if there's something that doesn't make sense about maybe how the crypto tool works or how you can double down on it, we have those pre-recorded videos in the back office. You can go back and watch them. Maybe you missed something on the stock trade. Maybe you missed something that they were doing on US 30 this morning when they were trading. Maybe you wanted to plug in with Mr. John Leal, where he does such a phenomenal job, and you're trying to figure out how this guy's catching 200-300 pips a week sometimes, right? So go watch those videos. That's why we have them there in the back office. They're super, super powerful, super, super powerful. So again, for those of you that know who I am, my name is Madik Mahmoud. I just want to say thank you for everyone's time. I truly value your time over money. We can always make more money, but we can't make more time once it's given. So thank you. I want to hand this back over to my good friend, Mr. Carlos Wiley. You guys already heard from him once. He's going to be dropping a few more nuggets. We're going to allow him to close out the call. So let's light up the chat box for Mr. Carlos Wiley, and let's bring him up. Carlos, you still there, brother?
I'm here, brother. All right, guys. So, when I get started, when I get the juices pumping, I can go all day. But I was talking about promoting events. Promoting events is extremely huge. And, just like Malik was saying, because of COVID, we're not able to actually go out to events. Some of us are still doing events, but because of COVID, we don't have the feel, the touch that we normally would have with promoting events, because promoting events, guys, gets your business streamlined to be successful, to be able to build. with belief. You know, when we do events, it allows you to see people that we've always wanted to gravitate to on YouTube or on video or even on Zoom. These events create knowledge. It lets you know about the business. It gives you all the information about the business. You're able to connect with leadership. And more importantly, events allow you to create relationships with corporate, okay? But more importantly, you know, it builds belief in the business. It always gives you something that's tangible that you can always relate to and go back and say, you know what, I was actually at that event and I learned a lot, okay? I've always said, ladies and gentlemen, that the events is the fuel station for each and every one of us, because you know how you feel. For those of you that have been to events before, even in prior companies, when you go to an event, you just and you leave the event, you just have this feeling of, I just want to go do it. You're just so super pumped. You know, you had a chance to meet Malik Mahmoud or Nicholas Lau or any of the leaders that are part of the platform. You see people on stage. It just creates a total vision for the business. And alongside with that, it also allows you to take back information to your team. So training events, these are very, very important. Guys, if you have never been on Mr. Julian Doan's call, if you've never been on one of his calls, you need to be there, because you being there is going to position yourself to say, hey, team, you know, we need to get on these calls. These calls are very, very vital to the organization. They're vital to your team. And it's also training you on what it is that you need to know about your business, okay? So, you know, training events, you know, they make you unstoppable, because now you have the information. I've always had people that are coming into the business and they say, what do I do next? What do I need to do next? Well, you need to get into training, okay? Because without training, you'll never have all of the tools that you need to build a successful business, okay? So always get in front of the training, okay? Be non-debatable and non-negotiable, okay? This is very, very huge, because you want to have I don't have mine here, but I have an economy badge, all right? When you have the economy badge stamped on you, okay, and it's not necessarily that something that you put on your shirt, but on your chest, okay? And when these other opportunities, these other shiny things, they come your way, and listen, guys, I get calls every day about a new business, something that's super hot, super trendy. It's going to be the biggest thing. But guys, if you're wearing the badge of your company, yes, you're still going to be able to take the call, because I've always said, know what you're saying no to, all right? But if you have the badge of the company that you represent on, you won't be swayed. You won't be challenged by these other companies. You won't be able to be negotiated with all of these other informational companies, these other network marketing companies, Forex companies, health and wellness companies. You won't be swayed, because I'm telling you, if you know what you have, you won't have to debate with what's out there, okay? Next topic I want to talk about, guys, is always be the first to the event. This is huge here, because when you're first to the event, you get the best seats, all right? Not only do you get the best seats, but you get to see the other people that are showing up first, okay? And showing up first gets you in front of being ready for the momentum. Because I'm telling you, with the calls that Mr. Julian Doan has, Mr. Hassan Mahmoud, Mr. Thomas Carver, Mr. Ali Saleh, you want to be in front. You want to be in front of these calls. Also, Mr. Nicholas Lau, you want to be in front, guys. And I'll tell you one call that you definitely want to be in front of when this woman is speaking is our wonderful coach, Ms. Lazanne. You want to be in front of these calls. Be ready for these calls, because one day you're going to have a call. One day you're going to have to be ready to present the call, okay? So always be first. And ladies and gentlemen, if you make excuses, you accept excuses, okay? Don't make excuses for anything, all right? Never make excuses. Always endure the excuse or endure the situation and handle it. Every problem has a solution, guys. If you make excuses, then you're just lighting a fire for cancer to spread through your entire organization. Handle it, okay? And always, guys, this is not a part of our topic, but if you have a problem, take your information or your problem upline. Don't feed it downline to your team. This will crush and kill your organization, okay? Always take it upline. Next topic we want to talk about, guys, is events give you life. After an event, guys, it just gives you and your team life, because there's a lot of times where some of the people that are in your organization may not be able to attend the event because of things that's happening, and maybe they're just getting into the business. But more importantly, guys, you should be the one taking the information back, because events give you life. It just breathes into your organization, because you're able to see not just people that are being successful, but people that are being ranked up, people that are just starting, people that are now starting to make it happen. And it should fuel your fire for getting in front of your business, okay? Tell your success stories, okay? This is what we talk about all the time, guys. You want to tell your success stories. Telling your success stories allow people to gravitate to you. And, you know, I was actually on a call this morning with Her Excellency and the team in Africa. And C Money was telling her story about just basically her journey. And I had no clue that she was going to bring my name up as far as what transpired in her life, and how what I said, I didn't even know that I was impacting her life. I was talking about her. And this is what you as leaders are going to do. You don't know who you're going to be talking to, who you're going to be speaking to, but you need to tell your story, because your story may be the glory for someone else. It may be that moment that they say, you know what, if they could get through it, so can I, okay? So let events building your business, let events build your business for you. Guys, we have corporate meetings, we have corporate presentations, we have trainings like what we're having right now, and you need to be promoting for those events. Promote for each and every last one of them. This is what's going to help and build your business. We need to all come together, okay? We need to all be able to be on one accord, and by doing that, everybody's speaking the same language, okay? So this is how you build a business. This is how people build teams in the hundreds of thousands, in the millions, okay? By doing these simple steps. So every week, bring your new affiliates. As people come into the business, you want to get them plugged in with training. You want to get them plugged in with onboarding. You want to get them plugged in with the team groups that we have. And when they start trading, you want to get them into the groups, the testimonial groups that we have here. These are the steps that you want to do with each and every one of your new affiliates. Because as you start plugging them in, what you're doing is creating, ladies and gentlemen, a blueprint for success, okay? And last but not least, guys, benefit, enthusiasm, action leads to results, okay? If you follow these things that we're all talking about, Mr. Nicholas Lau made some great points. Mr. Malik Mahmoud made excellent points as well. Guys, all we're trying to do is show you how to build a massive business with anything that you have. You need to have all of these steps for your life, okay? And when you do that, you'll have a wonderful time in building this business here with Eaconomy. And we'll all be able to be on the stage of success here very, very soon. Hopefully they just wipe out all the COVID and we can get back to what we know as building the business within presentations. We all need to see one another anyway, okay? So with that being said, my name is Carlos Wiley, and it's just been a pleasure to share this wonderful information with you. Ladies and gentlemen, get with your team, okay? Let's all get plugged in together, and together we'll all be successful. Back to you, Mr. Mahmoud.
Mr. Carlos Wiley, wow, you touched on a lot of like amazing points. And one of the things that I love, well, you said, even though we can't basically get person to person with the events, we can still be able to connect with people on personal levels. And you can see what you've been able to do the last 3 months with Her Excellency, with Lizanne, because, I've known of you and your wife for years now. And then I personally got to actually meet you was, I think, maybe right before the summer ended, around that time, when we were like, hey, we're going to get this thing moving really quick. And, we'd love to do this. So it's like, we've met before, we've known you, but I got to sit down personally. And it was true, like you always say, being able to connect with people on a personal level is one of the most phenomenal things. So I just want to say thank you to you and Nicholas, because you guys are some phenomenal leaders. You guys are paving the way for not just for economy, but for so many people that actually need this in so many third world countries right now. So I can resonate with the both of you, and I'm super proud of you guys. So let's give them, some love in the chat box, guys, because these guys are killing it day in, day out, and I'm really proud of them. And I know I can speak for my brother-in-law, Michael and Candace, and they are very appreciative of everything you guys do. So keep crushing it, guys. We're going to continue doing calls like this I believe every other day, and we're going to continue doing, the trainings that we hold. So you want to plug in, you want to stay connected with Economy. Biggest reasons why is because we have so much going on right now. We have so many amazing tools. So many people are winning. So come be part of the success. Like Carlos said, let's all be successful together on that stage. We want to have a reason to celebrate our success, but we want to do it with the people that we love and care for. So thank you for everyone hopping on today. We always try to be courteous of everyone's time. Like I said earlier, thank you for everyone's time. It's the most valuable thing, the most valuable currency. We can always make more money, but once our time is given, it's gone. So I always like to say thank you for your time. And I hope everyone has a blessed weekend. Take care of your loved ones and take care of yourselves, everyone. Thank you.